Oh, welcome back to my second video. Pretty sure there's going to be a massive battle on this one, so I need to investigate how I'm going to record that one. For now, though, just one or two brief moves that I need to be getting out of the way, and then we'll start the enormous battle. So, move this guy down to, I don't know, somewhere near. Where should I put him? Here, perhaps? I don't want him to do anything reckless at the moment where I might lose him, so because I am quite relying on him as a spy at the moment. Let's have a look. Are you getting there? I don't know. Perhaps down there, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Then he can keep an eye on this path down here. Perhaps sabotage him later. We'll see what we'll see what we do from there. Now the other thing I wanted to do was bring my reinforcements from over here to here. Got to keep this as brief as possible so that I've got time for that battle that I was talking about, and then finally I want to bring this army here down to attack him. Desperate to clear him out completely, so there's absolutely nothing left at all. I'm going to go through the town. If you remember from my previous Empire Total War games, it's a little bit quicker, tends to be a little bit quicker if you go through the towns. So we're going up to here because I can't reach, so I'm just going to go out with my with these and bring on these, of course, as reinforcements so that I've got my complete battle. Right, okay, so let's get into the battle. Well, I'll start the battle, but yeah, I'm going to record this one. I'm not going to play this one. I'm not going to talk through this one now. I'm going to record this one afterwards, and then stick it on afterwards, because I can't see I'm going to be able to do all of this. This is going to be a very, very long battle. Bringing on so many reinforcements onto this battlefield really is going to take some time. So, okay. I'll come out of this now, and then you should go into the recorded battle, which will be a bit different from me moving the troops around. It will just be me supervising what actually happened. But anyway, back soon, folks. Right, okay, here we are in the middle of the battle. I'm doing this in an unusual way. I was going to do it so that it was just as normal with me moving things around. I'm not touching anything now. This is the battle that I've already played. I've come back to it. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. That wasn't anything to do with me. Let's go back to where I actually am. Right, okay, let's get this... Okay, when you fight a battle in Empire Total War, many of you will realise that you can record the battle after you've fought it. That's what I chose to do with this battle. Now, normally I would just go straight into a battle and play it, but I knew this was going to be quite a long battle. It was my first with lots and lots of troops on the field, but it's not just, well, okay, more than 10 units, but it wasn't just that. It's that you have to behave quite strategically with the Indians. You know, you have to be able to outflank. But worse than that, on this occasion, my troops were all going to appear, well, nearly all of them, except for just the chief with his warband and some light lancer cavalry. Other than that, they were all going to appear piecemeal on the field. Now, you can get an idea, this is normal speed, and you get an idea of how slowly, in fact, I can't even see them yet. They're supposed to come on here somewhere. If you look on the top right map, you can see that my scope is pointing to where they come on. They're not even there. Oh, there's one, just appeared now. So by this time we'd already done, well, I don't know, a few minutes of the video, so it took me a while to get them all in position and everything, so what I'm going to do is super speed this. Here are my troops. I'll show you first before I super speed. There are my sort of existing troops. I left them there in the middle in order to try and coax him to come and attack me, thinking, oh, he's hardly got anybody. And in fact, during the battle, a little message came at the top there and says, you are outnumbered. The strategy is to withdraw. You know, the recommended strategy is to withdraw them. Nope. But anyhow, I did think that maybe these had charged me, particularly while I started to go backwards or present rather a flank to him. Now, if you look down here at the kind of basin that he was stuck in before, can you see this here? It was like a wall. And this here, cliffs. So, of course, I was over here, so he couldn't shoot at me over there, so it was a bit of a problem for him. So his artillery was virtually redundant, so he couldn't hit me from a distance and encourage me to come and attack him. So he's, as normal, he's left some provincial cavalry with his, well, some horse anyway. It would be his general's bodyguard, I suppose, if he didn't have any other horse, but he has. So he's defending his guns with his provincial cavalry. He's still thinking he can reach me, but he can't, of course, because he's just hitting. Well, that one's gone over, but it's kind of hitting that hill there and bouncing over. It's skimming, really. So Right, look along here and you can see his horse now has stopped while they wait. There's his general's bodyguard, while they wait for the rest of these to catch up. He's going to have a problem if he starts to move his artillery. So once I get out of range of his artillery, he's going to limber them up and bring them on. But I don't want to leave, I can't leave my cavalry, even though they can't be hit, in a position where he keeps firing at me in order to hold him in position there. It would be nice to hold the artillery there, but I don't think I can risk that, because I think he would just attack me before I've had a chance to get my troops in position. Now I'm moving back. I can feel very safe about all this because it's all already organised, isn't it? But here you can see, I think it was all bowmen, and bowmen. Yeah, I don't know why they're in a different formation than everybody else. Perhaps it's because they've only just arrived. Well, let's speed all this up now then, maximum speed that I can get it on. And you'll see new troops coming on. Eventually what's going to happen is we'll get our bowmen along here, tribesmen behind, the weaker sort of warrior troops, the tribesmen behind there, warriors here, warriors there, because you know they're sort of a little bit more exposed when they're out there on the flanks, so I want my better quality troops to be there. Again, I left my cavalry in the front while everybody sort of formed up, and I wanted to get away from the corner. Whoops, so we go all the way around. Can you see we're in a corner here? So it's causing me problems when forming up, so I had to keep shuffling my archers over to one side. Can you imagine how long this took? It was ages and ages and ages. It must have been 15 minutes before I even really got into any part of the battle. It was all just forming up. Well, he's still got his artillery back there doing absolutely zilch at the moment, but he is forming his troops up into something fairly sensible. Now I couldn't really see this because I was too busy organising my own troops at the top there, but you can see he's got lines of musketry there now. That their arc of fire is around here and here, so he's covering this horse very nicely there in the middle. He's got the charge attack of his horse, which is very useful to him, defended by his musketry firing in that way, with his general's bodyguard behind to give some support. So you'll notice whenever you do this and you fire artillery and it can hit your own men, it will hit your own men and probably kill your general. The computer never does that to itself. I always think that's really, really unfair, but anyway, there you go. That's just the way it has to be. Well, now he starts to advance again towards me, which surprises me really, because he's the one who's defending, you know, because in this battle I'm attacking him, remember? I thought it was because of my horse, because I brought on just the horse. So he thought, oh, let's go for him. I think that's what's coaxed him into some kind of an attack. Well, now, a lot of these troops here, you can't really see it, but some of them, does it say, yeah, hidden. Can you see that? Idle, hidden. Hidden. So at the moment, he's seen one or two come on at a time, and then he's seen my horse. Now he starts to retreat, and I think, oh no, I like the idea of these being separate from these here. So I charge towards him. You can see whenever it stops like that, that's because I was pausing it in the game there. So I charged towards one of his infantry units, thinking I could coax him to come back. Well, he wasn't interested, and he just continued his retreat. Now we're still on a fast speed, but that doesn't look very fast at all, does it really? But we are. Over here, notice everybody has bayonets. Now this is one of the luxuries you get when you are, when I'm recording it while I'm playing, and then playing it back, rather than looking at things while I'm actually playing the game. In other words, I've got free time now to look around, so I can see the colours, you know, the regimental colours floating in the air there, or wafting about. I can see, oh, hang on, where is it? There. Drummer? Somewhere? There. I thought he was playing a fife then for a minute. No, he isn't. Yeah, so pretty good quality. Bearing in mind this game is, oh, goodness knows how many years old now. I've no idea. It's still absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Well, I still haven't even yet got all my troops in position. I've got my horse behind now. Oh, yes, I think I've just formed the kind of lines that I want now. So I've got 3 lots of bowmen along here in the front, fairly deep formations because that's fine for me. Then I've got my warriors on each side, and then I've got my tribesmen at the back there. That's the kind of formation that I prefer to go for. I can't leave the bowmen completely on their own, particularly with horse around. I need some melee infantry, so I have to be able to, or melee infantry as some people would call it, so I have to run these back quickly and charge these forward so these don't get hit, because they're quite valuable to me, bowmen. They're a kind of second phase of recruitment as well, so I don't want to lose them for that reason. Horse at the back. Again, don't want to expose those. Don't know why they're facing the wrong way. Oh, I do. Yeah, they're the ones that came chasing back, if you remember, from from trying to encourage those infantry to turn around and continue their attack. Didn't work at all, did it? Right, okay, so he's now pulled all the way back. Now I couldn't see this from my angle. I couldn't see that kind of wall shape there. I couldn't see all the bad terrain that was up there, or any of this stuff here. There's other stuff there and this. I couldn't see any of that. So from the angle that I was looking at, I did not come round to this side to have a look at things. Perhaps I should have done. So I got kind of caught out by the ground. In some ways it worked out okay for me, but I chose to shift all the way over to the left hand side with the intention of coming down this side here. And the reason why I wanted to come down here was that his artillery doesn't seem to have the trajectory to get over things such as this. So I thought if I can line myself up along here, then his artillery are not going to be able to hit me. And I was hoping, with his artillery being so close to the brow of this hill, I was hoping I might even be able to creep up close enough to be able to shoot at him with my bows. Remember, we can shoot over the top of the hill, and hit him where he can't hit back at us. That was the general intention. It doesn't work out quite that way, I'm afraid, but that's what we're hoping. That's what we, as though we're a collective army here, but we were hoping. Now the other problem that I had was that I'd formed all of these into an overall formation. With the 3 bowmen, 3 tribesmen, 1 on each flank of the warriors, horse behind, etc., etc. I kept coming up against all kinds of problems because there are terrain issues. If you try and move them across a place where there's poor terrain, it breaks up their formation. Then when you try and move them on again, that break up in the formation it seems to be it seems to continue. So it was such a problem, and I ended up having to break them up into separate sections as well, so I could just move each one at a time, particularly when I got over to this poorer terrain. Now I kept stopping and having a look, thinking, is he going to attack me at any moment? Thinking about the terrain, reforming, etc., doing all of that kind of thing. Again, I'm on a fast speed. You wouldn't believe it looking at this, would you? But I am. That's very, very slow. Does it get any faster? That's ridiculously slow, isn't it? Well, at least now you can hear the sound, and it doesn't seem to be moving any quicker anyway, does it? Whoops. Does he move any quicker if I do this? Well, he does actually, doesn't he? It's just that he's not doing very much, is he? He's just turning around and faffing around, really, as we would say. So, right, okay, are we getting anywhere nearer yet? Remember, we're heading, there we go, we're heading for that hillside there. This is where we had all kinds of problems. You can't really see it on here. I don't think it's exposed, but there are all sorts of things along here that crags and stuff that you can't go into, and it causes awful problems. It's even worse when you get closer to here and this point here. It's almost like, in fact, here we go, let's have a look down here. Can you see that there? I couldn't see that before. That basically means that all of this, and nearly all of this, is inaccessible. So in order to get close enough, you can only squeeze into this little bit here, which I had no idea about. And then when I tried to form my lines along here, it was, screwed up by this terrain here, and it's all kinds of problems that incurred because of that. Now you can see why I didn't want to I didn't record this battle as I was fighting it. I wouldn't be able to show you all this detail, but also I'd be preoccupied with moving around, reforming, pausing, reshuffling, doing all that kind of thing with my troops, which would not have made very, very good watching, I don't think, really at all. Now we've got his artillery approaching. He feels safe because he knows I can't charge that. Do you remember I said that terrain is difficult? There's only like this little promontory here. Because he feels safe. He knows I can't charge down there. He provides some horse as backup just there. You see this? So if anything does come, nothing can come anywhere around there. If anything comes down here, he's got the support of his cavalry, and he's also got the support still of his general's bodyguard. And while he attacks there, he can still move his artillery away. So he would give grape shot there, attack with his horse, limber these, move those back, perhaps use these and these as additional support if necessary. So still, we're playing that kind of game of chess. I still can't really have any great effect on him. So I'm trying to squeeze on now onto this little area here. I'm trying to figure out, hang on, what's going on here. Can you see that? Sort of pull forward a little bit more, keep pulling forward until eventually I can get into a position where I can start shooting at something. And there we go. I got a shot in. I didn't kill any. Did you notice? I noticed that at the time. I thought, hang on, what's going on here? But he seemed to limber up and get out of the way pretty quickly, and he's moved far enough away for me not to be able to hit him. And of course I can't get him now, because I can't get down there. So, he's escaping. Now, lots of pausing here for some reason. Now he's had his little attempt at trying to get me to come down here piecemeal or in a broken formation. He decides, right, okay, he's not going to come and charge me, and while I'm coming around here, bad flanks and everything, trying to get myself into a decent position, he brings up his horse. Now I saw that and got my bowman shooting at him right away. I was hoping that that would be enough to cause casualties on him to make him want to actually run away there, but it wasn't enough. We were in too rough a formation. So these chaps here were about to get caught in the flank. These were going to get caught as well. I'd got my lancers there as well. It's actually the flank of the lancers that he was going for. So my next move, having assessed this, paused it and assessed it, was to get my lancers out of the way as quickly as possible and charge in with these troops here. Now you can see I was pretty slow about getting those troops into there, but there was another unit of warriors here that I threw in as well. So we ended up with warriors. I don't know why they're still running away. And it looks like the lancers got caught up in there as well. That wasn't my... here they come back now. Now I had withdrawn those warriors, but maybe... not warriors, sorry, those lancers. Maybe I had them in there to begin with, just while I got my infantry into that encounter. So now he's got a problem. He's got my lancers hitting him, he's got warriors hitting from this side, and warriors hitting from this side. Now I have a problem. He goes running away, and I'm assessing, what can I do? Can I chase him? So I think, okay, if I chase him, I'm going to be attacked by these here, and his artillery is likely to unlimber and get a grape shot in. Now, bearing in mind, the computer is pretty damned clever at causing the maximum casualties to the most expensive unit. That's really what this is all about. He's looking out for that. He's not really interested in those tribesmen. He wants to cause the maximum amount of damage to other troops. So my troops naturally go following on after him. I realise this, and that forward unit of warriors that you can see there that's gone to the left flank of his horse up there. Is that horse or is that the general? I've forgotten now. Yeah, that's provincial cavalry as well. So I decide, well, hang on, I can't go chasing down there after those. What I'm going to do is send my warriors after them, so not my lancers rather. So in go the lancers after there, in go the warriors against the flank of there, and we're now chasing him. We're chasing him so that we can hit him on the back of this attack here. We had no choice. We were drawn in to this attack. We had to take out that artillery. So we turn on the artillery there. What's that? Still 18 out of 18. I was pausing it in the game thinking, what on earth do I do now? My lancers are chasing him. Where are they? Over here. So my lancers are chasing him off the field. I was really surprised that we were able to catch up with them, to be quite frank, but anyway, we did. So they're safe. You have to review that, you see, because what can sometimes happen is you can rout on one side and rout another way as well. And when you've killed everybody that's routed that way, the ones who routed right in the middle of his musketry here are the ones you'll go and chase, and then you'll get hit. So it's the computer playing chess games with you, really, and you haven't got a chance to figure that out right in the throes of a battle, so I always pause it. Have to pause it, I'm afraid. Now these were broken at first, so I just thought I'll let those go because they're going to shatter later. So now we get to have a go at his artillery, which is great news for us. We want to get the artillery off the field. They're pretty nasty towards us, artillery, because that grape shot is pretty horrible stuff. And also he's got that long reach. Normally we're lucky here because we've got the terrain to protect us. So I need something now that's going to chase them, and I'm pretty sure it's my general's bodyguard I sent after them. I can't see them now. Where are they? Right, what I've got to do now is form all my troops here so that I can shoot against those. At some point I realise these guys here have chased off the troops that they were attacking over there. Now, they may well have got off the field. I don't know, I didn't notice that. But now I'm thinking, what do I do now? Do I try and chase those yeah, those that are running away at the back there, or do I take out his artillery? So I turned round to come and attack his artillery, and it was gone, and I couldn't figure out what had happened there. So I should have watched that, shouldn't I, really? Or I should actually take the dial back a little bit and then watch to see what happened. I can only assume that they got taken out by the infantry that was still down there. I don't even know now where my general's bodyguard is. Oh, they're there. Yeah. Aha! They'd gone chasing after the artillery. Again, do you remember what I said before? Some of the artillery will have gone this way. The general will have gone out here chasing some of the artillery that went this way. So it'll have fooled me into thinking the artillery was going off away from his infantry. See this here? Yeah. And what's happened is there's been one or two men still here, so it'll have had limbers going off here. I thought my general would have been chasing them there. Then they'll have killed that one man. There'd have been another one man here. They've come back here, and his infantry shot them while I haven't been looking. Pretty devious, pretty nasty of the computer, isn't it? Really, it's not a proper battle warfare. That's really is playing computer games, that one, and it's just, I don't know. I always think that's a little bit unfair. You know, they're just going for the highest value target, and the computer's thinking, okay, how can I shoot lots of his highest value troops? Yeah, I know. I'll make sure that my troops route in 2-3 different places, one of which is going to be right in the middle of my musketry. Okay, I'm experienced enough to know that it does things like that, but you can only pause the game so many times to cater for that sort of thing. Oops, I'm not on fast speed, I'm on normal speed here. Let's speed this up just a little bit. Right, okay, now, it's strange, isn't it, there, how he changes his formation so that he's facing this way and not that way. That totally puzzled me. I thought, oh, maybe it's a terrain feature that he's aware of that I'm not. Now when he reforms his lines, he's only got one facing forwards. So I can now bring to bear 3 lots of archers against 1 lot of musketry. So I've now got 3 lots of, well, depleted 60s, so that's arguably 180. That's against what would have been at one time 120. Quickly, he's going down to 70, isn't he? So he's not doing too well there, but it's regiment of foot line infantry. Pretty decent troops that he's got in there. At the back there, I won't even show you. You can imagine, can't you? I've got my lancers chasing off that provincial cavalry unit there at the back, which will stop at some point. Well, not stop. Sorry, but the chase will stop because he'll get off the edge of the battlefield. So, looking down here, I just realised I've got music on here. I hope you can hear me okay on this. I didn't realise I had the music playing. I wonder if there's a way I can stop that music during this. Exit, options, sound, music. Right. Blimey. Whew. Right, back. Resume battle. Yep, sorry about that. Didn't realise I had this on fast speed for so long. It hadn't occurred to me that there was so much music going on as well. I had actually stopped music overall in this game. I thought that would count for recorded battles as well, but it obviously doesn't. You have to stop it for the recorded battles. Anyway, quite a number of casualties that he's lost there. Now if I look down here at the equivalent on my side, you see? Occasional dead men. Some of these are horses from before, of course. So we've done pretty well out of that. The exchange of fire was very much in our favour. Well, now he's got a regiment of foot that are broken. They're just broken. I don't know if I can attack them or what, because again, computer plays devious games. What he can now do is bring those back suddenly as okay and march them towards there, just as I attack with these, and then what's going to happen is he's going to fire at me, isn't he? So it's all very naughty stuff. So what I did was I just walked my men on this occasion. I thought I'll walk them over there and I'll keep an eye on him. When he's far enough away from there, that's when I'll attack them, and I'll keep those in that position so I can concentrate on what's happening over here. Am I on a fast speed? Let's get on a fast speed again. Right, okay. So, I'm bringing up my warriors to support. Oh, looks like we've got close enough already. Right, it's at this point here. I've decided, yeah, great, I'm close enough now to be able to go and have an effect on those. I should be able to totally destroy those, and I'm sure I do. 41 out of 45 he's got there now, and they're going down and down and down and down. So now I'm having to attack these guys here. So what I do is I shoot at him from the flank. I need a high value target that he's going to want to shoot at, and that's going to be my warriors, isn't it? Oh no, it's tribesmen. He must have shot at these. He has. I'm down to 96. They're the ones he chose to shoot at. So let's go down to normal speed again. Whoopsie daisy. Down to normal speed. Right, okay. So he turned and exposed his flank so my bowman could shoot at him from the flank. He didn't like that. His morale broke. He got one shot in against my warriors because I just know he's going to go for the high value target, which for my warriors, and of course I know it's cost me quite a bit in doing that, but it broke him completely. I didn't have to, if I'd have charged him with something, then there would have been a problem, so you know, I'd have lost more men. So now I'm engaged with one lot of tribesmen and one lot of warriors, or is it two lot? Have I got two lots of tribesmen in there? Yeah, oh yes, I've got my other lot of warriors in there as well. So I've got two lots of warriors because they hit his flank there because he turned to fire at this lot here. Of course, he threw in his general, which meant then that I had to defend myself against his general. So these warriors became preoccupied with that general. Now, I was expecting at any minute, he's only got 3 men left in there, I was expecting his general to die and something to come up here to say that his general was dead, but it didn't. Now over here I've got what? 2 out of 120. Thinking back, it would have been better for me to have stopped that attack on the infantry there and gone and attacked his general, but I didn't. I thought, right, okay, everything's routing. I chose finish battle, end battle, and of course these are the stats that I got, which I'm fairly pleased about, to be quite honest with you. I mean, you know, I mean, when it says lost 18, you'll see the overall statistics on the battlefield afterwards, you know, when I come back on the campaign map, but 18 on those 2 units, that's the 2 units of horse, which I don't think is very bad really, from 19, 2 units of 45. Killing 63, I don't know if that's absolutely brilliant really, to be honest, bearing in mind we were chasing up routers most of the time. Deployed 372, lost 352, bad for them, there's no doubt about it, and there you can see those statistics there as well. So the Chief's bodyguard lost 14. Why did it lose it? Because that artillery fooled me by dividing itself up, and they got that shot in. So pretty horrible stuff, isn't it? But there you go. Well, here we are back on the battle map. I haven't got a clue how much time. I think it's less than half an hour, probably about 26 minutes. I think my stopwatch was showing me, but I've probably had a couple of minutes in the beginning part of it as well, so we may well be approaching time. Okay, this guy, Shaman, I need to get him moving, I don't know, somewhere south. Doesn't matter exactly where, but I do need him to be sort of moving in this kind of general direction, really, so we know what's going on. Because, as I said before, he's my spy, isn't he? Aha! There's another one showing. I didn't know that was going to be there, actually. That was just total luck. What I did was I moved him partly in there so I could see where this guy was going. I didn't know whether he was going to come back out or where he was going to go. So I was just going to sort of move him a little bit further down, because these are going to move further in, aren't they? What I want to do, though, of course, with these is replenish all of my troops in these places. Well, first of all, I want to replenish these because these are the important ones to me. So we'll replenish those, and we'll replenish these. Hey, come on. Right, it's my fault. I pressed Control instead of pressing Shift, which meant that it only chose 2 instead of all of them. Whoops, hang on. There you go, there, and then Shift, and then click there, and oh right. I thought it might have done some of them as well. I spent all the money. Ah, that's a shame. I spent everything on replenishing these guys. I didn't think it was going to cost me that much.
Warriors ready.
That's a shame, isn't it? Never mind. Okay, that's just the way it has to be. I wonder actually if it's worth trying moving those up. It's not going to happen, is it? No, it's not going to happen. I don't know why I've turned him around now, but he has. Right, what else did I need to do? There's an issue about whether I move them or not. Don't think I should. This guy, if you remember, he's just... I think I decided not to move him at all. I was just going to leave him so that he's watching what everybody else is doing. I think that's probably it, you know. Yeah. I think, yeah, I think that's it. I think I should have just started with best troops in here and then replenish some of these as well. I'm a little bit worried that they might get into action with some guys like him wanting to come and have a go. You see there are 5 of those, which is a bigger army than the one I fought before, which was those over there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6 in there. No, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed that sort of strange sort of mixed battle with me sort of going backwards there, you know. I think I've said enough about that, haven't I? So it's going in the right direction. We can now start moving down here. You see how far those can move? They can move that far. How many moves to get to New Spain? 2. I don't expect he's going to have many troops in there at all, you know, if any. So I think he's going to have sent everything towards us that he possibly can. I do need to make sure that we're in the ascendancy over here. It might be necessary for me to... I can't do it anyway. I was going to say it might be necessary for me to actually attack him there. One of the reasons for not moving him, not preventing him from moving there at that stage, was if he comes to attack me, then it's better because defending is easier. But also, if I attack him, then I'm attacking him as an isolated unit. You know, so in other words, if he moves in, I've got more chance of hitting him and going back and defending this place. So I'm just it's a hit and run, basically. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, right. Catch you again soon. Thanks for watching.